Before this video starts, I would like to say that I did pronounce some of the individuals' names as I was editing this video, so I do apologize for that. Hello, my beautiful people. This is your girl Asia here, and today we're gonna go through the Course of Miracles. No, A Course in Miracles, and my thoughts on it as a god. Just my thoughts on it. So, if you're interested in the Course of Miracles, stay tuned, and we're gonna talk about it. All right, so I've known about the Course in Miracles for a little bit, but recently I've been getting these emails from Mami Onami, and apparently she wrote a book a long ass time ago about the Course in Miracles, and specifically like her interpretation of the Course in Miracles. Oh, hold on. As you can see, my shirt says love on it, because that's what this book is basically about, love. But I've been just getting so many, like, not so many, but just like daily emails about her interpretation of it. And I was like, God, I remember when I was trying to read this book and I just could not. I couldn't get into it. I just couldn't. But now I'm a different person. But we're going to talk about that later. First, we're going to talk about the history of the Course, A Course in Miracles. So, all right. It is a book that's been dictated and written, scribed. It has been scribed by Helen Schumann and William Thetford, unknowingly, only knowing after her death in 1981. So basically, when this book came out in like the 70s, everyone was like, "Hey, this book is by anonymous. No one knows no one knows who wrote it. Yada yada yada. It's anonymous." And then we find out it was basically written by them. And she was a clinical psychologist and researcher, and she did this during her time at Columbia. And then what William did was he helped out, and he also edited what Helen was saying in the book. So basically what she would do. Oh, I'm going to say that later. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's basically what happened. And this is considered a New Age book. It was published in 1976. And it is, in essence, it's the greatest miracle, which is a simple act. What? Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's about the greatest miracle, which is like the act of simply gaining full awareness of love's presence in an individual's life. I think I copied that off Wikipedia. Y'all can look that shit up yourself. But the book actually gained popularity when Marianne Williamson was talking about it on the Oprah Winfrey Show. And then she's done so many fucking reflections on this book. She should be on the goddamn payroll. She should be. Like, I think she's written at least 3 books, just like interpreting A Course in Miracles. Put A Course in Miracles. Put this bitch on the payroll. But yeah, that is the briefness of that. So let's go back actually during the time of the dictation. So it was dictated between 1965 and 1972. And what happened was that Helen went under a thing called inner dictation, which is like the voice that you hear in your mind when most people like read or when they think. I feel like a lot of people either hear another voice or their voice. I know with myself, when I'm talking to my higher self, I hear my voice. I don't hear a new bitch. I just know that I'm not saying it, because most of the time when I'm asking a question, it's not like half the shit I answer, I will not answer myself, so I know it's that bitch. That's what I mean. And this voice was apparently triggered after having like a meeting or something with William. And then in 1965, the voice basically called what was happening the Course of Miracles. And I'm going to literally copy and paste what Walter Hanegraaff, who is a professor of history of Hermetic philosophy, this is what he said: distinguishes Schumann's process as a type of channeling that articulates revelation, clarifying that in case of interdictation, in which the medium hears a voice dictating messages she or he writes down these messages in a fully conscious state. Hanegraaff continues by specifically characterizing Schumann's case as spontaneous channeling, indicating that over the years, the voice proved to be remarkably consistent, stopping the dictation when interrupted by Schumer's daily activities and continuing at the next opportunity. So the best way that I can describe this in like a personal way is I will ask my higher self random things in the day and she'll answer. Or I'll just have a thought, which is something that I will not think of. I know it's not me. I know it's my higher self. That's how I see it. And, she hears this voice every once in a while. And then in 1965, she was like, hey, William, I'm going to need you to write this shit down because I'm tired of just hearing it. It needs to be written down. And the biggest thing is that she believes that this is the voice of Jesus Christ speaking to her. Not her higher self, not God, not anyone else. She believes that this was Jesus Christ. Now, I don't think it is said that it is Jesus Christ anywhere, but that's what she was thinking during the entire time. So what is inside the Course? God, it's called A Course of Miracles, Asia. Get it through your thick fucking skull. Anyway, there are 3 sections. There's the text, which is the theories of the Course, the goals for you, which is like happiness and peace, and like the basis of fear and guilt and how you can overcome these things through the miracle, which is love. Love, 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 love. The next section is the workbook for students. Everyone knows this part because everyone goes through this part, okay? It is literally 365 fucking lessons. So basically you're doing this daily. I just had a thought. Like, why is it exactly 365 days? I don't think Jesus was going through 365 days. I don't think they had like a year in that way back when Jesus was doing his thing. But that's none of my business. That's neither here or there. That shit just came to me. Anyway, this is the part where it's like changing the student's mind and perception. And then this is a part of the prefix. I couldn't find it, but this is what it's basically said. At the end, the reader is left in the hands of his or her own internal teacher who will direct all subsequent learning as he sees fit, or technically as they see fit, because I don't know the gender of your higher self or internal teacher. But that is the goal of the workbook for students. And then the last part is the manual for teachers. And this provides answers to some of the questions that you may or may not come up with while doing the workbook. One of the main things is that nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. See, it brings shit up like this where to me it doesn't make sense. To me, it doesn't make sense, but the next bitch will be like, that makes total sense. Now, why do people read it and summarize it? Like, why is everybody so bumhurt, or why do people love this book so fucking much? Well, it's the same reason why people read the Bible. I honestly see this book as like just like a regular, like, oh my God, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. My hair got caught in my ring. I just see this as like a Bible. Like, why do you read the Bible? To make you feel good. It's just a different new age book. It's supposed to like help you to have a spiritual connection and to transform your life, I guess, live life. There are 2 people who like really get into this. One is Valerie Love, or Khaleesi. She goes through the workbook with people. She does a live. I feel like she does this every other year, because I feel like I've seen her do it twice, like fully through, and she does a live. And then Mami Onami, I'll have pictures right here, but she's also like a spiritual teacher, I guess, and she has a book, and she translated it to make it easier and more doable for people to actually use the book, because a lot of people say and have a problem with it, for one, being too masculine or too Christiany, and it's just too complicated. One of the reviews on Mami Onami's book was, I've started and stopped A Course in Miracles so many times. The extra depth and theology leaves me exhausted. I spend too much time contemplating and not enough time performing the exercises. So that's basically one full reason why people don't get into this book. And then others also say that it's anti-Christ, anti-God, anti-Christianity. It's a bad book. It is of the devil. And then a lot of people say they don't have enough time to actually like look into the lessons, because you are reading this and you are learning something new every single day. It's 365 lessons, which makes me believe that this is definitely not from the fucking Jesus. I don't think so. Because last time I checked, Jesus was Hebrew, and I don't think any of the Hebrews was doing anything for 365 days at a time. Okay, they had holidays for a reason. They had holy days for a reason. But anyway, this goes into my personal thoughts on A Course in Miracles, okay? I'm telling you right now, when I first read it, I was so fucking bored. I was bored. I literally read through like the first 10 days, and I was like, what? This is dull. I cannot with y'all. How dare you? How dare I make myself read this book? But like, now that I have like a godlike mind, I see this as someone's own personal Bible, someone's own personal guidebook. And this is where she and her higher self were having a conversation with each other. You know what I mean? Like going like in depth in a state of hypnosis and basically talking to like your higher self, or like the soul from the past, and hang around, yada, yada, yada. I think these teachings were just meant for her. These were not meant for other people. Okay, so when I talk about your meditational space, I mean the space in the area where your higher self and you go and talk, as well as the other people in past lives that may or may not be there. Because I remember, oh my God, what is that day? I forgot what it's called, but it's like the day when when your higher self chose your body. Just like your higher self has time to choose which body it wants to go into, so does past lives and past souls. So for all I know, Miss Helen could have had her higher self and other past lives hanging out and talking to her. You know what I mean? Like, this may not just be her higher self and her current self. It could have been other souls that could have been infiltrating in the creation of A Course in Miracles. That's what I mean. And God, my thought is that anyone can create their own Course in Miracles. I swear, this book was not meant for others to read. This was really just meant for her, and I do not know why she and William just decided to sell and capitalize off of it. I don't know why. I don't. It's... You can make your own teachings / lessons that you want to create with your higher self. You can create that, but does other people need to read it? Because this is why I think it is so confusing for other people, because it wasn't meant for them. That's why I think 365 days daily shit, maybe she could do it. Like, there are some people that are like, oh my God, I can't do the lessons. It's not enough time. Maybe it wasn't enough time for her. Maybe it was exactly the time that she needed. She was a clinical psychologist and researcher. Like, she was teaching and doing her shit in Colombia. That's a different type of mind for you to be able to get into Colombia. You on a whole different mental level. Of course, she could probably do 365 lessons, but you probably can't. That's why I'm thinking that this book was not made for everybody to read, but somehow, some way, it was made for everyone to read. And I also don't like how everything is just like, oh, at the end of the day, it's love. I don't fucking think so. I don't. I can respect, I can tolerate, but love being the last thing, sometimes love can put you in jail. Sometimes love can make you hate someone so much. Like, oh, I love my family so much that I hate these other group of people. What? That doesn't make sense. But the people who read A Course in Miracles can be like, well, that's not love. Bitch, who gave you authority on what love is? Who said that? I wouldn't say like I wouldn't say that you could create your own like autobiography. I mean, you can, but you can make this yourself. You can make your own instructional manual if you just talked with your higher self. And I think I want to do that later on. Maybe later on this year. I got other things I'm working on, but maybe I can do that with my higher self. But I don't want y'all to think that, oh, just because she did it, that doesn't mean I can do it. Bitch, you can make your own. You can make your own Bible. You can make your own Course in Miracles, okay? Helen is not special. Okay? She is a god just like you and I are gods. And for some reason, she just had the fortitude to scribe this book, bind it up together, and sell it. That is all. So my thoughts as I was like writing this up, should I go through A Course in Miracles now that I'm a different person? Because last time when I read it, I wasn't on like my fully mental godlike state. But since I'm on that shit now, should I do it? Should I do this daily? I don't know. Should I? I really need to talk to my higher self about it because it could just be a waste of time reading this, or I could just interpret it myself. But I know myself too well that I will probably not be able to do it daily. Like maybe do like 2 a day, some shit like that. I don't know. That's my thought. Those are my thoughts on A Course in Miracles. Remember, Helen is not special, okay? You can make your own book. No, any person who interprets this, including myself, is not special, okay? You can do it yourself or just not interpret it and create your own. You could do that. You can do that too. Like just because one person interprets, what the fuck was the quote? What was that quote? Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. There are 1,000 interpretations of that shit. Just like there are 1,000 interpretations of a single fucking line in the Bible. Same difference. Okay, so just honey baby doll. Anyway, those are my thoughts on this book. Comment down below if you think I should read through it. I think I might need y'all to say, hey, to say yay or nay on this, because maybe not. I really don't need y'all to either say yay or nay, because I'm either going to do it or I'm not. Nah, I'm probably not going to do it. Yeah, me and my higher self were just talking. I'm not going to do this. I was thinking about doing it, but then I was like, the only reason I would do it so I can have something consistently to post. You know what I mean? But it's like, I don't need that. I have other shit I want to post. So I'm not going to do that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys later. Mwah. Bye.